Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another game from the Elite Discord tournament. This one being the Lockhorns versus the Buzzwings. Game one went towards the Buzzwings as there was a lot of offense happening, but the Lockhorns didn't go quietly as they almost caught up and almost managed to tie that game up. Unfortunately, they fell just short. So we head to game two. Still at Big Sky Ballpark, home of the Buzzwings, but we will get a chance to see two workhorses go up against each other in this starting pitching matchup. Amos Elliston versus Alfredo Knox, and they kind of look to be an inverse of each other. Neither had a great outing the last time out, but Amos definitely hoping to see things look a little differently this time around versus his first appearance. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lineups as we head into this one. Starting with the Lockhorns, we do see a shift in the lineup just a bit here, as we will have Tobias Fox playing left field, his utility trait coming in for him. The captain will be shifting over from first to left, and he is leading off for the Lockhorns. Followed by Rhett Santana. Rhett playing third base, moving all the way up into the two spot in the order this time around. Raiden Gaines will get the start at first base. Typically the DH, but he's going to be playing first base. That fielding does not look great, but it should be manageable for them. He'll be in the three spot. J.R. Vang will get the start at DH in the four spot. He had a big game last time out. He's trying to keep that offense going. In the five hole will be Gabriel Blanchard. The second baseman is locked in, so he's trying to keep that momentum going. Followed by Ariadne Fitzpatrick in the sixth spot, playing her normal primary position of right field. And in center field, you know him, Skylar Lynch, the speed demon, is locked in again, and he's going to be roaming center field in the seventh spot. Emerson Smith will keep his streak of playing catcher going as he gets the start here in the eighth spot. And then Uriel Sardi, the shortstop, will drop all the way down into the nine hole as he has just been struggling mightily for the Lockhorns all tournament long. Amos Elliston, as we talked about, will be the starter for the Lockhorns. Did not have a great first outing, and he's going to hopefully be able to lean into that workhorse trait against this Buzzwings offense. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at what their roster is going to look like, and it almost is identical to what we saw the first time out. So we're going to start with Liam Undermeyer locked in, playing center field in the one hole, followed by Jillian Fisher, second baseman in the two spot, and then Landon Stone locked in the three hole. He has been really, really locked in these last couple of games. Keegan Howell had a big turnaround to start the second round here, and he's going to hopefully see that continue as he plays shortstop in the four spot, followed by Pork Nelson, the DH, and the RBI hero. Kamari Butler, along with Godfried Shavewell, both looking to get their first hit of the tournament. Butler did reach base a couple of times, but has not yet to get a hit. Furtive Wood will get the start in right field. He's going to be in the seventh spot. Tessa North at third base in the eight hole, and then Godfried Shavewell to round out the roster behind the plate as that two-way pitcher and catcher. And Alfredo Knox will get the start. He's the maxed out workhorse trait, and he went the entire game getting the loss against the Sewer Snakes. And if you watched that one, you know how frustrated I was with the fact that they kept him in, not giving him a chance to get the win. And I think they kind of threw him to the wolves, or threw him to the rats, if you will, as I think he had a chance to have a much better line and a chance for the Buzzwings to win that one if he was pulled sooner. But he's going to try and look to get some redemption here and get the win against the Lockhorns. So we head to game two, Big Sky Ballpark, another day game, and hopefully some even more excitement between these two offenses who have just been battering back and forth the pitching staffs of both of these two teams, and we'll see what happens in this one. The fans are excited. A lot of action in the last one. We'll see what happens here as we have two workhorse pitchers. We'll see how long that they can go. And Alfredo Knox's first task is to get Tobias Fox, the captain, out in the leadoff spot. And he starts with a strike right down the middle, following that with another one. Now Alfredo Knox, as he gets that one fouled off, only one fastball, then 3 off-speed pitches as he gets that one to drop in just inside, and Tobias Fox misses it for strike 3, and he's already dropping his mojo down to tenths. And here comes Rhett Santana, who will have power versus righties activated, getting that slight boost to his power trait. He did hit a home run in the first game of this round, if I'm not mistaken. And that one, great play from Howell diving. He tosses to first, getting the out. Great play for out number 2. Great defense from Keegan Howell there at shortstop. And here comes Raiden Gaines, the first baseman, getting the start here. He swings through a high and inside strike, takes ball 1 there, and then grounds that one out to Howell. Howell to first. Stone gets it for out number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Down go the Lockhorns in the first inning, and the Buzzwings hoping to pounce immediately on the workhorse of the Lockhorns themselves, Amos Elliston. They start with their captain, Liam Undermeyer, and he hits that ball hard. The first pitch, that's going to go deep to right center field. It's going to bounce off the wall, and Skylar Lynch misplays it. So at second, standing there is a leadoff double from Liam Undermeyer, just continuing his hot streak. He hit that one about to the deepest part of the park and to one of the tallest walls that's in play to keep that one from being a home run. So you almost have to be thankful if you're the Lockhorns, as there's still a chance that he doesn't get out, but they still have to go through Jillian Fisher to make that happen. And she grounds that one to shortstop. Sardi only has a play at first, and Jillian Fisher is able to advance the runner. Acts just like a bunt, and the runner is able to get to third base with only 1 out, and the red-hot fastball hitting Landon Stone comes up. Now, there are 2 fastball pitches for Elliston, and he's going to try and avoid using them at all costs as he gets Landon Stone down in 3 pitches there, striking out to move us down to Keegan Howell with now 2 outs. And he got real hot in that last game. He has maxed out power versus righties activated here. Takes strike 1, takes ball 1 down low. Strike 2 dropping into the zone, and now 1-2 count, and Howell fights that one off, hoping he can stay hot here and drive in the run as he takes ball 2 outside. That curveball dropped out of the zone. That slider stays out of the zone. Full count. And Howell gets that one just over Gaines, and Ariadne Fitzpatrick's able to get to that one, but that's a single for Howell, and the runner scores, so the Buzzwings take the early 1-0 lead here in the first inning. So big play from Howell. He made a really great defensive stop in the top of the first, and he's able to get the runner across with 2 outs and a full count here in the bottom of the first. So Pork Nelson, who started to heat up a little bit, he gets a base hit there just past Sardi's glove, and 2 runners are activated here on base for Kamari Butler, who once again, looking to see his first hit of the tournament, has contact versus righties activated here. He has been struggling, and it's been a mystery to figure out what's going on there. It has to absolutely just be in his head. As Little Hack gets activated here, contact maxed out, takes ball 1 high. Takes ball 2 low, 2-1 count here. And he hits that one, and there it is, the first base hit from Kamari Butler, and it's just past the diving Uriel Sardi. So now we have bases loaded for Furtive Wood, and if you're not excited, tell me he is. Or if you're excited right now, you can also tell that Furtive Wood is just as excited. As he swings through 2 now, it's a 0-2 count here with bases loaded. And he gets a base hit up the middle, and Alliston's got to be really frustrated, as that's just going to keep the runners moving here. Bases still remain loaded as another run scored. And Tessa North comes up, bottom of the order, number 8 hitter here in the first inning, and a tense Amos Elliston is trying to figure out what can he do against this offense. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-1 count, and takes there a very close check for ball 2. Fighting off a pitch there, so now 2-2 count, 2 outs. Tessa North swings at that one just off the end of the bat. Raiden Gaines gets that one, opts to take it himself, and the inning ends. But 2 runs score there off of 5 hits for the Buzzwings. Could have been a lot worse. Elliston's going to sit down, talk to his pitching coach, and try and figure out what was he doing wrong. Was he putting the pitches in the wrong spots? What was the scouting reports on the players that he was allowing hits from? Could they do something different? And Knox gets the easy ground ball right back to him from J.R. Vang. And now we get to the 5-hitter, Gabriel Blanchard, who is locked in and gets that contact versus righties activated. 10 pitches for Knox in the first inning. Very efficient for him, which is very impressive when you already know he can go for much longer than most pitchers. And Blanchard pops that one up to center field. Undermeyer steps back for a second, thinks about it, comes in, catches that one for a lazy fly out for out number 2. And Ariadne Fitzpatrick, as she usually likes to do, she likes to taunt the crowd as she comes up to the plate. And I think sometimes she forgets she's not at home until she does that. She's usually trying to get the crowd into it. And now she's got a 1-2 count here. Takes ball 2 high and outside. And that ball dropped into the top of the zone, but she's able to fight it off. And hits that ball hard. Fitzpatrick gets that one on a line right off the wall. Undermeyer gets to it immediately off the wall, plays it perfectly off the carom, and base hit for Ariadne Fitzpatrick. And so that's the first base runner that Knox is seeing here in the second inning with 2 outs. And Skylar Lynch comes up. Contact versus righties activated for him. He's also locked in. Some really great speed over there at first base, and Knox was thinking about it. He's wondering, should I try and pick her off? Should I pitch out maybe? He's trying to think through it all. And the runner goes. Fitzpatrick is caught easily as she loses her mojo boost. And great throw from Shavewell. Got the cannon arm there behind the plate, and it's hard. Doesn't have the actual cannon arm trait, but has a great arm behind the plate. And he gets to come right up to bat now after he gets the last runner out on a caught stealing. And he gets his first hit of the tournament as he grounds that one right up the middle. And that's a base hit for Godfried Shavewell, who's got to feel like he's got a lot of pressure he just took off his shoulders. He must have been feeling pretty good after catching Ariadne Fitzpatrick there at second base. So the captain comes up. Liam Undermeyer here. He's taken 2 pitches now, and he hits that one on a line, and that one's going to get into the corner against the wall, and Ariadne Fitzpatrick gets to it quickly, but Liam Undermeyer just way too fast, and he has himself another double as he puts that one into the right field corner. And with no outs, Shavewell at third, Undermeyer at second, and here comes Jillian Fisher, who's oh my gosh, I was just about to say her. Oh, that ball's going to get deep, and it's out of here. Jillian Fisher with another home run. Her 4th home run of the tournament, a 3-run shot. I was just about to say that her average just keeps plummeting with how cool she's been in these last few games, but she comes up big there. 3-run homer. And I believe she currently leads the tournament in home runs, but I don't know what that current status of those stats are. And Elston is rattled against Landon Stone, who's still locked in after he struck out his first time up. Fights that one off. 2-2 count, and he grounds that one deep into the hole. Uriel Sardi is not able to get it across the diamond in time, and Landon Stone, with his good speed at first base, is able to reach on an infield single to bring us to Keegan Howell. 40 pitches for Amos Elliston here in the second inning, and the Buzzwings have been relentless so far in this tournament, which they have to be, because we all know that Lockhorns offense, what it can do, and it just kind of thrives on the pressure, it seems like, as they really put up runs in a hurry. So we need to add up as many as we can if we're the Buzzwings. In these situations, we don't let up. No outs here, full count. And Howell takes that one. Elliston drops it into the zone for strike 3, and he gets a mojo boost from that. He's now tense, but he's got to feel good after that one. And that's it for his day. And so replacing Elliston is a tense Guadalupe Austin coming in at about 3/4 stamina. for this one after a tough outing in her last appearance against the Buzzwings the last time out. She gives 3 pitches there and gets the strikeout against Pork Nelson. And so mowing them down, back-to-back Ks for the Buzzwings. And with a runner on first base, Kamari Butler's hoping to get another base hit for himself after getting his first hit of the tournament the last time up. And he takes a ball there. His little hack goes away. And he hits that ball hard to center field, and it might hang up. And right there on the edge of the warning track is Skylar Lynch catching that one for out number 3. But a big 3-run homer from Jillian Fisher scores 3 runs in the second, giving the Buzzwings a 5-0 lead here, heading into the top of the third. And Skylar Lynch was at the plate when Ariadne Fitzpatrick got caught stealing second to end the inning. So his count resets here, and he's quickly up 2-1, and he swings through that one high and outside, fouls one out there. 2-2 count for him. Contact versus righties activated. Fighting another pitch off. He's still locked in, and he's continuing to make Knox work here in this at-bat. And another pitch fouled off. And he takes ball 3, dropped just underneath the zone. And another pitch fouled off with a full count here. And another foul. So he's really put up a great at-bat here as he swings through strike 3. Knox feeling like he absolutely won that one. Hey, you can add a couple of pitches to my pitch count. My stamina is going to stay exactly where it's at, as he gets a really great at-bat from Skylar Lynch for the strikeout. And now here comes Emerson Smith, who, after fouling one down the line, grounds right out to Landon Stone and loses a mojo. He gets a mojo drop there, so he's now tense, and we get to the number 9 hitter, Uriel Sardi. He's been having a really tough tournament so far, yet to get a hit for himself, as we've seen a few Buzzwings get their first hit of the tournament. The Lockhorns are hoping he can find himself in this one as well, as he fights off a couple of pitches here, 1-2 count, and he takes that one right at the bottom of the zone for strike 3, and Sardi loses his mojo too. So he is now seen, even with the base hit that he allowed, Alfredo Knox has seen the minimum through 3 innings. So knocking on wood to not jinx him, but Furtive Wood comes up for the Buzzwings, up 5-0. And Guadalupe Austin, already at half stamina after 8 pitches, is going to see what she can do. 3-0 count takes all the way. Strike 2 just stays in the zone, and Furtive Wood got frozen on that one. You could see his foot kind of stuttering a little bit there as he took that one all the way and froze up for strike 3. So lost the count 3-0, comes all the way back and gets the count back with a strikeout, and then immediately gets a line out from Tessa North to Blanchard for out number 2. Godfrey Chable got his first hit in his last at bat. Ended up scoring a run a little bit later on that Jillian Fisher home run, but he's got a 2-0 count here now, 3-0. And he swings at that pitch right down the middle, and it sneaks right past Blanchard out into center field. And so he gets his second consecutive hit in the tournament here, and that wraps it back to the top of the order for Liam Undermeyer, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles in this one, 2 runs scored as well. He's trying to keep his hot streak going. He takes ball 1 low and outside, and Guadalupe Austin has to be, oh my gosh, she throws inside at him. I think that's just lost her control there for a second, as Undermeyer gets a base hit and is now 3 for 3. I believe she just lost her control, as she's kind of feeling a little overwhelmed in this situation, and she's, I think, looking at the dugout trying to figure out, are they going to pull her? And there it was. James Elliott comes in now with his elite 4-seam fastball against Jillian Fisher, who got that 3-run homer, another chance here with 2 outs. And Guadalupe Austin, I don't think any male intent on that pitch that went really hard and inside, and Liam Undermeyer was just able to avoid that one. Elliott comes in, gets the ground out from Fisher to end the inning with another chance for runners to score. They have to feel good that they were able to put up a 0 in the 3rd inning. So we head to the top of the 4th. Back to the top of the order for the Lockhorns is Tobias Fox. And down 0-2 already against Knox. Fights that pitch off. And swings through strike three. Tobias Fox having another rough game. 0-2 today. And this Lockhorns offense is trying to find anything they can to try and get themselves going and get that momentum turned around against Alfredo Knox, who is pitching a gem so far. Again, knocking on wood. 1-1 count for Rhett. Fouls that one off down 1-2. Gets tough out activated along with the power versus righty. And takes one inside. Swings at that one. Right back to Knox. Tosses over to first for out number 2. And here comes big hitting first baseman Raiden Gaines, who's 167. And when you drafted this guy, you have to imagine that that power is going to play up in this tournament. It is yet to do so without any home runs, any RBIs. And that ball, Tessa North dives for it, tosses it over first. Really great defense for this Buzzwings third baseman, as she makes a great play to get out number 3. And we then turn it back over to this Buzzwings offense, who has been threatening. Every inning has been a labor for these pitchers for the Lockhorns. Landon Stone, 1 for 2 today, struck out in his first at-bat. He's still locked in. James Elliott does have that elite four-seam fastball to go up against the fastball hitting trait of Landon Stone. Full count here. What are they going to do? Challenges him with the fastball. He fouls it off. Challenges him with the fastball again and takes it. Stone cold take from Landon Stone, who gets the walk on a full count. That ball just off the plate. And that's going to be really frustrating for James Elliott, with now a runner on base and Keegan Howell coming up. He got the scoring started with a bloop single to right field to score a run in the first inning. He has been coming on in this second round against the Lockhorns. 1-2 count here with no outs. They check on the runner over there at first base. And you will see that Emerson does have a slight decrease, Emerson Smith, the catcher, to his arm because of his tense mojo. 2-2 count for Howell. Fights that pitch off. Bounces off the dugout there. And then swings through strike 3. So I think he was gearing up for that fastball from Elliott, who he likes to use as his punch-out pitch, and instead got fooled by the breaking pitch. The curveball dropped right in, and he was able to get the strikeout. So now Pork Nelson comes up. No, we have not seen RBI Hero activate in this game so far for Nelson. He gets a 3-0 count. Does he get the green light? He takes ball 4, so another walk from Elliott, and now he's struggling to find his location, and Kamari Butler comes up with contact versus righties maxed out, and really great contact for him. We'll see what he's able to do, and he swings through strike 1, so that's where that contact somehow doesn't play a part. Takes ball 1 low. Little hack peeks in and out of these these pitch counts. And he's now down 3-1 against Kamari Butler. And takes ball 4, so another walk from Elliott. 3 walks in the inning so far. So now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Furtive Wood. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. So they have to pull Elliott. Jefferson Fleming comes in, the K collector, with an elite four-seam fastball, seeing what he can do. He has great accuracy, so hopefully that means no walk, but he puts it in a place. Furtive Wood, right center field, and that's going to be 1, 2, and 3 runs are going to come around to score on the double from Furtive Wood. A bases clearing 3-run double, and this Buzzwings offense just will not stop. They're relentless against this Lockhorns pitching staff, and Jefferson Fleming comes in 2 pitches and is tense immediately, and I don't know where that second baseman was playing, but I think they were preparing for a potential throwback to second base, but Tessa North is able to put that easily into right field for a base hit. So now runners on the corners for Godfried Shavewell, who got 2 hits now in his last 2 at-bats, and he's hoping to keep his momentum going against a tense Jefferson Fleming. Ooh, what a great pitch. That changeup just completely fooled him. K Collector gets activated here, and Shavewell swings right through that one for strike 3. So locked in, Liam Undermeyer, 3 for 3, 2 doubles, a single. He's going to get a chance to do something here now with runners on base. Not usually something he gets to see in the leadoff spot. Jefferson Fleming trying to silence him as he might do here. Sardi tosses to first, and that's the first time Liam Undermeyer has not been able to reach base with runners in scoring position. He grounds out to the shortstop, but another big inning for the Buzzwings. 3-run score on the Furtive Wood double. And that all kind of got set up by the 3 walks to load the bases from James Elliott. So where did his accuracy go? The pitching staff is going to try and sort that one out. And J.R. Vang pops it up, and it's going to get just out of play on top of the net there. 1-2 count. Fouls a pitch off there. This will be his 60th pitch, Knox. And he gives up a base hit to Vang up the middle for a single. And now they see their second runner reach base against Alfredo Knox. And Alfredo still locked in at 60 pitches at about just half stamina. And he induces a ground ball, but it goes right past my gosh, Furtive Wood, just really excited out there, just launches the ball to second base. But that's a base hit, and now 2 runners on for Ariadne Fitzpatrick, who in her first at-bat got a base hit against Alfredo Knox. And she gets one here as that ball's going to go just down the third base line. Kamari Butler gets it in quickly, but the runner is going to score, and Alfredo Knox drops his mojo down to neutral as now 2 runners are on with no out, and they just scored their first run. This might be their breakthrough against Alfredo Knox, and now you see Skylar Lynch coming up, which is a huge threat in this lineup. So the Lockhorns have something going here in the top of the 5th, and Alfredo Knox, not even scared, goes right after Lynch, and I don't think he was expecting that as he goes down, striking out looking on a pitch just on the edge of the zone. And here it comes. They make the change from Emerson Smith to Rebecca Andrade. In her first at-bat of this tournament, it was a game-winning grand slam against the Dirt Dogs, and she's hoping to do something like that again here, as she has been used almost exclusively as a pinch hitter and a bench bat. She pops that one up to left center field with 1 out. The runners have to come back, and Kamari Butler catches that one for out number 2. So a big threat gets silenced there. Rebecca Andrade, always someone you have to worry about. And here comes the tense shortstop, number 9 hitter, Uriel Sardi. And he grounds out to Fisher. Fisher scoops it up, tosses to Stone for out number 3. So with a threat looming and a run scores on a base hit from Ariadne Fitzpatrick, Alfredo Knox settles in immediately with runners on scoring, with 2 runners on, and is able to get 3 consecutive outs. So Andrade comes out for Talia Erickson, and I believe this is Talia's first appearance in this tournament altogether. She's behind the plate in this one. I only got a glimpse at her when she popped up, so I don't know a lot about Talia. And that ball from Fisher goes right back up the middle. Let me see if I can do a little bit of research. Talia was drafted in the 18th round, and she has decent defense with 72 fielding and 68 arm, but she also has 81 contact, and that's really what shines for her, along with her sign stealer trait. So not that much of a threat behind the plate if you want to try and run. She is the catcher you'd want to try and run on. And Landon Stone pops that one straight up. Sardi catches that one just outside of the infield grass. And that's out number 1. And with Fisher on first base, we now head over to Keegan Howell, who had a hot first game in this tournament, has been a little bit quieter in this one. He did get a base hit in his first at-bat, but I think he's gotten out in his last 2 plate appearances. K Collector gets activated for Jefferson Fleming, takes ball 2 inside at 100 miles an hour, and that one just drops in. That curveball is able to fall into the zone for taken strike 3, and 2 outs for Pork Nelson with a runner on first. RBI Hero does not activate for him, but he does have really great contact and really solid power still. And he hits that ball hard, but ground ball right to Blanchard for the easy out at first. And a leadoff single from Jillian Fisher is all they're able to do in this inning. And now we head back to the Lockhorns here in the top of the sixth inning. So 3 outs to work with here for the Lockhorns, and we know their offense can do it. They've done it so many times in this tournament so far. This is not the inning where you count them out. They absolutely can make some noise here. And Tobias Fox works the count full and fouls another pitch off. That's 76 pitches for Alfredo. And a ground ball. Keegan Howell's there to back up north. And he's able to beat out the infield single, and he gets a mojo boost there. So Tessa North dives for it. It bounces off her glove. Keegan Howell's right behind her, scoops it up, and it just beats it out for the base hit for an infield single. I believe that will count as a hit. I don't think that was an error. So Rhett Santana, who got a huge homer in the last game, comes up here with a runner on and no outs. Looking for a chance to strike with a 2-2 count. Tough out gets activated along with power versus righty. Hits that one hard to left field. Ranging over is Kamari Butler on the warning track, catching that one in front of that really tall wall in left field for out number 1. So we move down the line. Raiden Gaines, the number 3 hitter, 0 for 2 today with a 143 average in this tournament. And he's hoping maybe this is the time to break free, and he does. Furtive Wood gets to that one in right field, and Cannon Arm gets activated as he hits the cutoff man in Howell, and so the runner has to stay at at second base. But we've seen it happen so many times. J.R. Vang comes up with the runner in scoring position, so RBI Hero gets activated, and this time oh my goodness. Oh no. J.R. Vang hits that one on the first pitch, and that's going to get out onto the tarmac, and I think those pilots just hate to see that this field was put up right here, as that causes a hazard for them. But that's a 3-run shot for J.R. Vang, just continuing to stay hot for the Lockhorns. And I was just about to say they pulled Alfredo Knox at the right time, but they went straight to Worry Habibi, who's now tense with 1 out in a max pressure situation, and locked in Blanchard comes up. He also gets a boost from contact versus righties. And Worry Habibi has gotten a lot of work as he gets a strikeout there against Blanchard and drops the mojo. Now we see Ariadne Fitzpatrick 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI. The first run that the Lockhorns managed to score with 2 outs. Worry Habibi here with tense mojo. I don't know why you keep jumping straight to her and Class Thicket as the only options. We saw Earl Longbottom struggle from the bullpen, but we still have yet to see 2 of our other pitchers in this tournament so far. And Habibi loses Fitzpatrick, and that's a walk for ball 4. And now with 2 outs, a runner on base, and great speed from Ariadne Fitzpatrick and Skylar Lynch, who's been quiet today. We know what he's capable of. Great speed, still locked in through this game. Is down 0-2. Swings at that one and fouls it off. And swings through that one for strike 3, and his mojo gets dropped as Habibi is able to get the win for the Buzzwings. So another loud 6th inning for the Lockhorns as they score 3 on the 3-run shot from J.R. Vang as he came in facing a very cold Worry Habibi. But then she settled down quickly, got hot at the right time, and struck out 2 to get out of this game, with the Buzzwings winning 8-4. 8 runs on 14 hits for them, 4 runs on 7 hits for the Lockhorns. Looking at this offense, it was very quiet for the Lockhorns until they got past the end of Alfredo Knox's day. Tobias Fox with a hit there at the end of the game, scored a run on that J.R. Vang 3-run shot. Rhett Santana 0 for 3, Lynch 0 for 3, Emerson 0 for 1, Andrade 0 for 1. Uriel Sardi still yet to get a hit in this tournament. And then you see Raiden Gaines got a hit. He did the same thing as Tobias Fox. J.R. Vang, huge 2 for 3 day for him. 2 runs scored. Blanchard got a hit. Fitzpatrick 2 for 2 today. Walked once and got an RBI. But for the most part, that Lockhorns offense was shut down by Alfredo Knox. Really great performance from him. Switching over to the Buzzwings, we'll take a look at every player in the starting lineup got a hit this time around, which is really awesome to see. And as we've been talking about through this tournament, the Buzzwings have been very top heavy with their offense, and now we're starting to see all of them put it together, which probably at the perfect time heading towards the middle of this second round and hopefully heading into the finals. So looking over the team, single from Stone, single from Howell, single from Pork, single from Kamari Butler, single from, or I'm sorry, I'm saying singles, a base hit, and then Tessa North as well. Runs scored for Stone, Howell, Nelson, and Butler. You see 2 for 4 day from Jillian Fisher. She got a 3-run homer earlier in that one. 2 for 4 from Furtive Wood. He got a bases clearing double with bases loaded. And then Godfried Shavewell gets his first 2 hits of the tournament, scoring a run as well. And as I always like to do, Liam Undermeyer highlighting him. It was 3 hits and 4 at-bats and 2 runs scored. 2 of those hits were doubles, but he was making a lot of noise at the beginning of that game. Put out Amos Elliston in a tough spot to keep going, even though he has that workhorse trait. Speaking of which, he only goes 1 1/3 of an inning, giving up 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 homer, and struck out 2. He gets the loss here. Guadalupe Austin had a bit of a mixing. I think she did pretty well coming in. She gave up, or she went 1 1/3, 2 hits and 2 strikeouts. I believe she gave up one of those runs from Andre Elliston. At least one of those runs, but they credit to Elliston since they were on base when she came in. James Elliott, tough game for him. Only 2/3 of an inning, giving up 3 earned runs and walking 3. All 3 of those walks ended up scoring. And then Jefferson Fleming came in, and valiant effort from him, 1 2/3 with 3 hits and 2 strikeouts. And then as we head over to the Buzzwings, great outing for Alfredo Knox. 5 1/3 inning, giving up 6 hits, 3 earned runs, and 5 strikeouts. Again, with these small sample sizes, I think you can see that he did better than his numbers would indicate. I thought it was a really great performance, and I'm happy for him for sure. He gets the win. Worry Habibi comes in for those last 2 outs, but does give up a 3-run shot to J.R. Vang. The home run itself was the only one that credits towards her. She also walked 1 and gave up that home run, striking out 2. So big game for the Buzzwings as they take a 2-0 lead in this series as they head over to the Lockhorns park. Gosh, why am I drawing a blank on where their home park is? But as we take a look at the top 3, you see Furtive Wood with his 2 for 3 day, Jillian Fisher, big outing for her, and then J.R. Vang, big at-bat there at the end of the game, even though it did not lead to a victory for the Lockhorns. So really great game here. Some really big fun between these 4 teams in the second round, and I hope you all are enjoying yourselves, having a good time, and love to see you all in this next one as we will now watch the Prowl and the Thumpers. They're playing at the Bingata Bowl, and this is a chance for the Thumpers to take the sweep against the Prowl if they can take or knock off Blind Nolan and keep that that Prowl offense at bay. Cash Callahan is going to do everything he can to make that work. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're having fun. Let me know in the comments what have been some of your most exciting moments. Who's your favorite player from any of these teams? Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.